It was a cold Friday night, the kind of night when the streets go quiet and even the air feels heavy. I was home alone. My parents had gone out of town and I was enjoying the silence. I stayed up late scrolling through my phone, lying on my bed half asleep, when I heard it, a faint, shaky breathing sound. At first I thought it was just the wind, but the sound wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from right below me. I froze. I turned off my phone screen and held my breath. The room went completely dark. Then I heard it again, slow, deep, human breathing, like someone was trying not to be heard. My bed was low to the ground, just enough space for storage boxes, or something else. I wanted to believe it was my imagination, but curiosity got the better of me. I leaned over the edge of my bed and whispered, "Hello?" Silence. Then suddenly a whisper came back. A hoarse, trembling voice said, "Don't move." My heart nearly exploded. I jumped off the bed and sprinted toward the door, but it wouldn't open. Someone was holding it shut from the other side. I screamed and kicked with everything I had until the door burst open, and I ran straight into my neighbor's house next door. When the police arrived, they found the window to my bedroom slightly open, and muddy footprints leading straight to my bed. Underneath it was a torn piece of fabric from someone's jacket. Whoever was hiding there had escaped. To this day, I can't sleep without checking under my bed. The police never found who it was, but sometimes late at night when the house goes silent again, I swear I can still hear that same quiet breathing. It was past midnight. Claire's husband was on a business trip, and she was home alone with her 6-month-old daughter, Emily. The baby monitor sat beside her bed, a small screen glowing softly in the dark, showing Emily sleeping peacefully in her crib. The sound was steady, just soft breathing and the quiet hum of the house. Until it wasn't. Out of nowhere, the monitor made a crackling sound, like static on an old radio. Then through the static, a faint voice keen whispered, "Don't worry, I'm already in the room." Claire froze. Her heart started pounding so hard, she thought the monitor was picking that up too. She stared at the screen. The crib was empty. No movement, no sound. She threw off the covers and ran down the hallway. Every step echoed through the house. The baby's room door was slightly open, just enough to see that the light from the monitor camera was still on. "Emily," she whispered, her hand shaking on the doorknob. The moment she pushed the door open, the monitor in her hand went dead. The screen went black. The nursery was cold, unnaturally cold. The window was open, letting in a sharp winter breeze. And there, in the middle of the room, the baby was sleeping quietly. Claire picked her up, clutching her to her chest. And that's when she noticed something on the crib rail. Muddy fingerprints, too large to be hers. Then, from behind her, the closet door creaked open. Slowly, a faint shadow moved inside. Claire ran. She didn't look back. She locked herself in her car and called the police, still clutching her crying baby in her arms. When officers arrived, they found fresh footprints under the nursery window, leading away into the woods behind the house. The police said it was probably a break-in attempt, but Claire couldn't explain the voice on the monitor, because the police also confirmed something else. The monitor wasn't connected to Wi-Fi that night. The power was out in the entire neighborhood. To this day, she swears that what she heard wasn't a man. It was something else. And ever since then, whenever she turns on that same baby monitor, the static always starts with a whisper, as if someone's still waiting on the other end. It was late, somewhere around 2 a.m. Rain was tapping gently against the windows, and the only sound inside the house was the soft hum of the refrigerator. He had just finished watching a movie and was about to head to bed when his phone buzzed. A motion notification from the door backyard cameras. He frowned. His property was fenced, and the backyard light had been off all night. He opened the camera app, expecting to see a raccoon, but the screen showed onto a tall, still figure, standing near the tree line, barely visible in the dim light. It didn't move. It didn't even seem to breathe. Just stood there. He tried zooming in, but the image blurred. A faint outline of a face, pale, stretched, slightly tilted, like the person was staring directly at the camera. A chill ran through him. He went to the kitchen window and peered outside. The rain made it hard to see, but he could swear something was standing there in the shadows. Then his phone buzzed again. Motion detected, front yard. He froze. That made no sense. The front and back cameras weren't connected. Whoever it was had moved around the house. The sound started soft, just one slow knock. He grabbed a flashlight and whispered to himself, "This has to be some kind of joke." He stepped slowly toward the door, but when he shone the light through the peephole, no one was there. Then came another sound, from the back door this time. He turned, heart pounding, as something dragged across the glass patio door. A long scraping sound, like nails sliding slowly down the surface. The motion sensor light flicked on, and there it was. A man, tall, drenched, his face completely blank, eyes wide open, staring straight at him. No emotion, just watching. He stumbled backward and grabbed his phone to call 911. The operator answered, but before he could speak, the lights in the house flickered, then went out completely. Silence. Just the sound of rain and thunder in the distance. Then came a voice from the backyard. A deep, whispering voice, calm, almost friendly. "You left your door unlocked." He dropped the phone and ran to his bedroom, slamming the door shut, locking it, and pushing the dresser against it. He sat there shaking, listening as slow, deliberate footsteps moved through the hallway, each one closer than the last. Then they stopped, right outside his bedroom door. Minutes felt like hours. He sat there, holding his breath, until blue and red lights finally flashed outside the window. When police broke in, the house was empty. No one inside. No signs of forced entry. But when they checked the backyard camera, the last few seconds of footage showed something chilling. The man's reflection in the glass patio door. Except it wasn't a reflection. The figure moved independently, as if it was standing behind the camera, watching him from inside the house. He moved out a week later. To this day, the police never identified who or what that figure was. And sometimes when he tries to sleep, he swears he can still hear it. That faint, slow tapping sound on the window, like it's still looking for a way back in.